Bitcoin price prediction as bulls try to hold $37,000 support. Here are key BTC levels to watch. The Bitcoin BTC price, last trading in the $36,700s, continues to take a breather after breaking out to fresh yearly highs near $38,000 last week, as investors book profits ahead of the release of U.S. Consumer Price Index (CPI) on Tuesday. Risk sentiment in traditional financial markets has been bolstered in recent weeks, with U.S. stocks rising and U.S. bond yields generally falling in November on bets that recent weak U.S. data will force the U.S. Federal Reserve to end its interest rate tightening cycle, despite officials from the U.S. Central Bank continually warning in recent weeks that more hikes remain on the table. That has meant macro has been an added tailwind for crypto assets in November, with the market already benefiting from optimism about expected near-term approvals of spot Bitcoin ETFs in the U.S. and on BlackRock's plans to file for a spot Ethereum ETF. Tuesday's headline U.S. CPI figures are expected to show a dip in YoY price rises to 3% from 7% in September, and MoM price rises to just 1% from 4%, which, if confirmed, should keep alive optimism that U.S. inflation remains headed in the right direction. That could keep macro as a tailwind for Bitcoin at a time when ETF optimism also remains strong, as evidenced by the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust GBTC discount to its net asset value, i.e. the spot value of its Bitcoin holdings falling to its lowest level since 2021, around 10%, as per YCharts data. News that high-profile investor Cathie Wood's ARK Invest sold over $6 million in GBTC should not be taken as a bearish sign for the market, but just the fact that Wood's investment vehicle is booking profits after snapping up GBTC when its discount to actual BTC was close to 50% earlier this year. Price prediction. Here are the key Bitcoin BTC levels to watch. As Bitcoin attempts to cling onto the $37,000 level ahead of key macro events later in the week, here are some of the key levels to watch. To the downside, there is the early November intraday high at $36,000, which may also coincide with a short-term uptrend, and the 21-day moving average DMA if Bitcoin was to test this level in around 1 week. That could prove to be a strong area of short-term support, but if a near-term downtrend was to extend a little, traders would then focus their attention to longer-term support levels at $34,300, $3,300, and either side of $32,000, whose significance dates back as far as January 2022. While JP Morgan recently made the argument the crypto rally is looking overdone, most other analysts seem to disagree. Aside from the fact that BTC may continue to benefit from optimism about near-term spot ETF approvals, as well as potentially from an improving macro backdrop, analysts have been increasingly noting how well Bitcoin has followed its historic, roughly 4-year market cycle in 2023. Trading Biz analyst Corey Mitchell commented in a note shared with members of the crypto press last week that Bitcoin could hit new all-time highs as soon as mid-2024, a more than 85% rally from current levels. Bitcoin uptrends tend to move quickly. Once they get going, moving hundreds of percent often in less than a year, he noted, calling this stage of the market the acceleration phase. The really big gains historically come a year and a half after Bitcoin price has bottomed, Mitchell explained, which points to a pump coming sometime around mid-2024, with BTC having last bottomed back in November 2022. In 2013, Bitcoin rallied 1,200% in approximately 100 days. In 2017, it rallied 1,900% in just under a year. In late 2020, it rallied 400% in about 140 days. In the medium term, price predictions thus look set to remain bullish, with bulls set to target tests of the 2022 highs above $48,000, perhaps before the end of 2023. Bitcoin alternative to consider, Bitcoin F token BTCF. Bitcoin's near-term outlook remains strong, but with ETF optimism all the rage right now, some in-the-know traders think a new token called Bitcoin ETF token $BTCF is a potential alternative with even greater potential. Despite only launching its presale a few days ago, Bitcoin ETF token has already been able to pull in over $500,000 from investors because of its audacious pitch into the lucrative Bitcoin ETF theme that underpins the current crypto rally. $BTCF is also garnering attention because of its DeFi attributes. $BTCF tokens can be bought in presale today and staked to earn an annual percentage yield currently sitting at 487%, as per the project's official staking dashboard. Buy BTCF here, enter your email for our free daily newsletter. A quick 3-minute read about today's crypto news. Sign up SRC equals https://simg. co/p/ml300 jpeg alt equals image class equals imgid equals newsletter pop-up img.